Hi, a very good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to the Singapore Geospatial Week Plus 2020. Hope you have been having a great event so far for the past 1 week. So this is a new week. This is our second week. So I would like to introduce to you to our next speaker. He is Ovidiu-Stefan Stoian from PTGem. He will be speaking about assets management, urban mobility, and virtual walkthrough 3D visualization demos. Ovidiu, over to you. Thanks.
Hi, Azar. Can you see me?
Yep.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I would like to thank Azar for the introduction and the team for organizing. I'll jump right into it. Let me share my screen with you. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Ovidiu, and I'm here to tell you about PTGem. We simplify the digital twins of your venues. But first, let me take a step back to what happened in April last year. April 2019, the world got hit by tragic images of Notre Dame burning. So what happened there? Well, the guards heard the alarm, but they addressed the situation either at the wrong location or with a bad communication, resulting in missing the starting fire. What can we learn from that? Well, human-to-machine interfaces create error-prone situations that can escalate quickly into tragedies. Also, centralizing all the information doesn't play well on the field, where people are potentially spread across large areas. If we look beyond this tragic accident, there is a noticeable distance between expectations and reality in our technology world, becoming especially apparent in this IoT and data field. So we have decided to bring to the table a new paradigm where people are exposed first to information within a given geospatial context, or 3D if you prefer. We envision it will radically transform how we tend to consume data coming from the IoT and improve many processes relying on this data. So what happened when we did this, many companies essentially providing vertical services such as facility management, pest control, and many other examples, started talking to us to connect their solutions so that they can show precisely to the end customer where things happen and how impacted they are. It's not just 0 and 1 anymore, it's where it happens. So how do we do that? Well, our solution comes in 3 components, each tending to solve a piece of the puzzle. First, 3D is hard. 3D with connected data dynamically displayed, which we call 4D, is even harder. We make it simpler with Studio. Secondly, traditional control rooms are full of screens. We just need one basically to jump from a global smart city grasp to a single room or object's most detailed view. Should an important situation inside data occur, the operator understands quickly where it happened, why, and what he can do to fix it should he need to. And of course, supervisor is perfectly embeddable into your IoT platform or software of choice. And last, Navigator is a project of ours currently aiming at achieving the decentralization of the control room with augmented visualization of situations directly accessible on site by the operator assigned with a resolution task. So what happened with PTGem? Well, the 3D was there indeed, but it was just for an elite view at an elite pricing. So it was mainly dedicated for construction and structural architects, which constituted the BIM sector, mainly built on closed-door vendors. IoT data display capability, it's there also, aggregated into multiple dashboards and technologies, dealing with the cost of interoperability, integration, reliability, and so on. And last, incident monitoring is there too, focused on the most advanced control rooms for critical sites. However, with this new presentation of situations coming from a 3D plan, the end user experience is different, it's better, quicker, more efficient, and mostly available to all, thanks to its API for developers. In just a few lines of code, any solution provider, IoT, sensor, or platform vendor can embed our visualization and resell this to the end customer. Generally speaking, this task was considered to be very hard, so that businesses refrained from doing it. Now with PTGem, the barrier to entry is considerably lower, so that it becomes an actual and unique differentiator for the solutions adopting it. Well, so who will benefit from this new paradigm at the end of the day? Here are a few examples for what we have been solicited for. So we have use cases in security and safety, in hospitality, construction, industry, transportation, and logistics. Our company is formed from the permanent team with expertise in geospatial, computer science, IoT, manufacturing, and communications, and the strategic committee with experience in digital transformation, smart cities, cybersecurity, HR, and so on. And we have offices located here in Singapore and in France. And our vision is to transform a unique data visualization feature into a leading human-to-machine entry point. We do it by following these 4 steps. We target vertical players, innovative apps enablers, increase reach by supporting as a disruptive UX for IoT layer, connected venues network, empower public or private venues with innovative business cases model, or brand awareness initiative with 4D use cases. And 4th, the IoT data marketplace, which is currently a booming market. To summarize, our solution is easy. It's easy to build a digital twin. It's easy to set up the connection to our platform and easy to operate by anyone. It is flexible. You can connect with any type of sensor or data source through APIs, and it's affordable with added value at a low pricing subscription. And you can test our live demo by scanning the QR code or by accessing the following link. Thank you. And now I will share with you the demo I have prepared. Azar, can you confirm you can see the demo, please?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
This demo showcases the capabilities of our 3D visualization tool. I'll present 3 examples, each having its unique features. The first example represents an asset management use case for a building in France, where the customer wanted to visualize the status of the pipes it's maintaining. Going into the detail, you can see the pipes located in the building. Clicking on the pipes, you can interact and get the data that's being pulled from the customer's server, and you can have the readings on the right. Also, you can see each of the pipes has its color code. To navigate through the building, you can use the menu on the left, and you can either set up the transparency for lower, turn off the specific floor, or if you would like to target just one floor, you can do that so by pressing this button. These are different ways to navigate through the building. Another way would be interacting with the assets in the menu on your left hand side. By clicking on them, you can see on the right, and the camera automatically moves towards the specific asset. You can increase the transparency of the building so you can have a better view of what is inside and where exactly it is located. This would be the first use case. The next example is an urban mobility use case. This represents the tramway system of Nice. You can see the 3 different tramway lines at different stations. For example, you can click and navigate through the stations like this, or you can use the menu on the left. For example, go to a station, navigate across all the stations in this. And for this example, we have one station that we have modeled as part of the demonstration. So you can see here, station of Durandi. And in this use case, the customer wanted to place sensors for tracking the number of people inside the stations and their orientation. Doing this by either CCTV or several sensors placed around the station. Similarly, with the previous example, you can set up the opacity to see where your sensors are placed inside the building, and for easier navigation and understanding of the site.
The last example is for a virtual walkthrough for vessels. Starting from this high-level view, you can see on the map the planned route of the boat in green, the actual route of the boat in red, the ports where the boat is scheduled to arrive, and the position of the boat.
Zooming in on the boat, you can see the amount of details of the 3D model, but also the smoothness of the animation as they move around. On one hand, the purpose of this virtual walkthrough is for training the staff operating on the vessel, seeing the different compartments of the ship and understanding the ship better, while on the other hand is also monitoring and managing the available assets on the ship. So you can see here, interacting with the 3D model, having the data, and also being mapped with the color of the data. Going through the boat's floor, you can go level by level and see the elements of the individual floor. In this case, for example, you have fire extinguisher systems, CCTV, different types of equipment, while also this would be a room for which you can map general data or characteristics of the room. And you can go level by level for the boat. You can turn several levels on at once and set different levels of transparency. And here you can see all the assets inside the vessel, each mapped with its individual data in real time. Now I will show you a demo of how our platform works with live data. In this example, we have some of the rooms of the vessel displayed in different colors. The display color will change when I tap on the different settings in the room, demonstrating the capabilities to work with live data. So for example, the engine room. The engine room currently is 0, but changing from another website, you can see it's pulling the data and changing the color of the room accordingly. Similarly for all the others. Our visualizator provides 3D visualization with WebGL via 3GS, geolocalized layers and scenes with Mapbox JLGS. It can read buildings from either GeoJSON and GLTF formats, with bridge devices or 3D objects from GLTF, custom UX to navigate through the scene, custom UX to display connected data, and our visualizator is a lightweight web app and can be developed on a dedicated cloud view or a dedicated embeddable HTML5 widget or an offline web server of your internet. Thank you. Okay, this would be the end of my presentation. I think I can take now some questions.
Okay, so let's start with the Q&A. Thank you so much, Ovidiu. So we have the first question. Can this solution be deployed on premise?
Yes, we are currently working with a customer that would like the solution to be on-premise. So we're currently developed to be deployed as such because of security concerns. But generally, our app is web-based.
Mhm. Okay, next question. Can you disclose the companies who are working with you in Singapore and around the region?
I cannot disclose the companies, but I can tell the use cases they had. So, for example, we had a use case with a Singapore company doing pest control in Changi, which wanted to visualize the different and track the motion of the rodents inside Changi Airport for food security and for, sorry, do you still hear me?
Yeah.
And for hygiene purposes. And we have been working with also a university in Australia. We have partners in Taiwan, France, and different IoT platforms that we're working with. So those would be our customers.
Okay. Any other questions from the audience? If not, maybe I have one question. So what kind of IoT devices or network that your solution can be used with?
So we are independent from any hardware because we wanted to integrate. Our business model is to integrate within our platform, other platforms, and sell our visualization as a package together with the platform. So we're not depending on any IoT hardware. We're pulling the data that's coming through a form of an API, and then we map it on the 3D, and then you visualize it. So everything is very customizable, as you have seen. That's why I wanted to showcase the versatility of our visualization.
Okay. I have another question. Okay, there's another question here. What would the investment level be like for, say, a typical MRT station sized asset? And how long will it take, I suppose, to develop the 3D model with integration to all the sensors?
So I can only answer for the investment, for our side, because I'm not sure exactly what the use case would be, because it can be dependable on what type of sensors, maybe CCTV camera with video analytics and so on. So that I'm not aware because we're not selling hardware. But to develop the 3D model, the pricing is per floor size. And for an MRT, I believe it would take 2 days for the 2 to 3 days for the 3D modeling, and then depends with the integration of the data, because there are multiple vendors and there is not really a standardized way of reading the IoT data. So it depends on the on the user side, what types of sensors does it have, and how long does it take us to parse through the data and then map it on the 3D model. I hope that answers the question.
Okay. There's someone who's asking for your email address. So I've put the Ovidiu's email address in the chat box. So do check the chat box for Ovidiu's email address. Perhaps we can have.
It's on the screen, right?
Yeah, I think it's on the screen, and I've also typed it out in the chat box as well. Okay, so probably one more question from my end. What do you provide the tools for designing these 3D models, or you need to engage PTGem for 3D modeling services, or can it be also be outsourced out to other 3D modeling solutions company?
So our concept was to make everything as free and open to everyone, because we're trying to reduce the cost of 3D and GIS. So we're only working with open source platforms. So for example, for the 3D, if the user has 3D modeling capabilities, they can use Blender, which is a free software, and they can easily model and then export in GLTF and use our platform, use the 3D model within our platform. But we're also providing 3D modeling services.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions from the audience? Okay, otherwise, thank you so much, Ovidiu, for your presentation. We have left Ovidiu's email again in the chat box, so if you need to reach out, or you can actually see it on the chat screen that he has put up. With that, thank you so much, Ovidiu, and thank you everyone for attending this webinar.
Thank you everyone, and thanks to the team for organizing this.
Thanks, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.